for girls who are becoming women. Sofy Girls Period Video Guide. Hello, everyone! Let's learn about our bodies and periods together. What's a period? I've heard that when I grow up, I'll start having a period and blood will come out of my body. But what's a period?
A period is your body's way of getting ready to make a baby. It starts when you're about 10 to 15 years old and happens about once a month until you're about 50.
Getting ready to make a baby? But blood comes out, right? Is it different than an injury?
I'll explain a bit. There's a place in a woman's body called the uterus, and that is where a baby grows. Every month, the uterus makes a bed for a baby. If this bed doesn't get used, the uterus flushes it away and starts making a new bed. This is called a period. It's also called menstruation. The blood that comes out during a period is called menstrual blood. It is different from the blood from an injury.
It's different than the blood from an injury.
Now I'll explain how a period works. Inside a woman's belly is the uterus, where the baby grows, the ovaries that make ova, the ova that can become babies, and the fallopian tubes, where the ova pass through. First, the ovum matures inside the ovary. The ovary releases the mature ovum. The fallopian tube collects the ovum released by the ovary. When the ovum first leaves the ovary, the uterus begins developing a thick lining, which would be the bed to nurture a baby. And it builds up blood for nutrition. The ovum that has entered the fallopian tube waits for a sperm. Sperm is made inside a man's body. And when a sperm comes together with an ovum, it becomes a fertilized egg. If the ovum doesn't meet any sperm and doesn't become a fertilized egg, the lining that has built up inside the uterus is no longer needed. So the uterus sheds the lining, and it leaves the body along with the ovum. That is how a period happens.
All that happens inside our bodies every month?
Did you understand how our bodies work to make a period? Just like everyone has a different face and height, everyone's period is different. But if you know how it usually goes, it will help you to understand your own body.
Okay.
During a period, menstrual blood comes out for 4 to 7 days. Many people have the heaviest flow on the second day, and from the third day onwards, the flow gets lighter. The time from the day the period starts to the day before the next one starts is called a menstrual cycle.
A menstrual period and a menstrual cycle. Once I get used to it, I'll find my own cycle.
Once your period starts, you'll have it until you're about 50 years old. If you add up all these days, you'll have your period for 6 years and 9 months over the course of your lifetime.
That long?
Yes, you'll be living with your period for a long time. There are typical patterns, but everyone's period is different, so don't worry if you're not the same as those around you. If you're wondering about anything, let me know.
Okay. Is there a connection between my period and the changes in my body? I'm going to ask next time.
Menstrual products that fit your needs and for a comfortable period, Sofy supports girls as they become women.